put it at 60 degrees Fahrenheit an hour before everybody gets there. Because when that room fills up, it's going to get hot fast. And when people get hot, they get sleepy. And when they get sleepy, they don't sign up. You want the room cold. Okay? Have some loud kicking music going on. How many of you have complained about the music here already this weekend? Why do we do that? If the music is loud during the break, you have to talk louder. If you have to talk louder, you breathe deeper. The blood circulates more. You stay more alert. You stay more awake. So you have that music kicking, the lights on high, whatever the highest lights the hotel room can be in, put them on high. Put, again, the whiteboard at the front of the place, have the entrance in the back so people aren't disrupting. You have the markers and whiteboard and check all of that stuff, make sure all that. One of the things Tom Schreider suggests is kind of having a troubleshooter who's just, their job is whatever needs to be done in the meeting. They just float around. If the AC needs to be lowered, if the light needs to be changed, if some guy is half drunk, he's going to go tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, let me buy you a beer, and take him out in the lobby and get him out of there. If somebody brings in a baby and the baby's crying, they're going to tap him on the shoulder and ask the parent to please take him in the hallway. Just whatever could go that needs to be handled in that meeting, they will handle it. And I suggest you do that for all the hotel meetings, the big venue meetings. Have a person who just does that stuff. Don't, well, before I get to that, let me make sure I get all the little stuff. Yeah, greeters, you know. Have a couple of, like this place. Do you see you need a Sherpa guide to find this room, to get down here? You see how many hallways we had to go? You want to have some signs pointing people along the way. And the best thing is get a couple of your really positive, dynamic people, put them in the hotel lobby and let them be greeters. And oh, you're here for the ABC meeting? Great. Yeah, go down this hallway all the way to the end and turn left and follow the signs. And just somebody who's really good welcoming people. We need to talk about displays. Now, I evolved on this, and I'll tell you how my thinking went on this. I used to just have a meeting room, whiteboard in the front, as plain as could be. I started to say, you know, this is kind of plain looking. We ought to put a banner. So we started to do banners with the company names on it, so people knew what they were coming into. It looked a little more professional, I thought. Then I thought, you know, we ought to do a product display. So we started to set a big table at the front. We put a product display. And then, of course, I'm being really creative. I say, hey, you know, we're really selling the opportunity. Well, let's do a prosperity table. And since we got a car program, we'll get some brochures from Lamborghini and Rolls-Royce and Ferrari, and we'll have them and posters, and we'll have trips of Paris and Hawaii. And so we started getting these really elaborate prosperity displays. Well, then we used to have the most gorgeous rooms in the industry. My group, I'm telling you, Nick, you remember that? You were back in the day. Remember that we used to have those prosperity displays? I mean, people. And what it came to is now people had to leave work at 2 in the afternoon to get to the hotel by 3 so they could spend 4 hours setting up the prosperity display and the product display before the guests got there. And I said, you know what? Cancel all the displays. Cancel the banner, everything. Because I want to know what's the most duplicable for the most people. And I had people who they just loved doing the displays, and they were wonderful at it, and they spent hours doing it. But I don't want my people spend hours making displays. I want them spending hours talking to prospects. And one of the things you'll see is when you give people busy work like that, you will get people who spend all of their time on busy work. Or they become, and you know, some of you are in companies where you have the conference call person. Okay? And they host 17 calls every week, and they're like a celebrity in the company, and everybody wants their autograph wherever they go. And they don't even have time to build a business because they're so busy doing the calls. Or they're the meeting room person, or they're the whatever, fill in the blank person. And I looked at that and I said, that's it. No banners, no product display, no prosperity display, nothing. I want the most duplicable thing, the simplest thing. So I went back to none of that stuff. And that's what I would do still today.